Bipartisanship is a sign of good governance. That is when some extraordinary developmental issues are addressed by the cooperation of political parties that would ordinarily oppose each other. St. Lucia reacted in disgust and abhorrence when the deputy leader of the United Workers' Party, Guy Joseph, chose out of the $2 billion abundance of the 2025-2026 budget not only to ridicule the $2,500 allocated to secondary schools for the supply of sanitary care products to its menstruating students, but to spell out on a public platform his belief that the only plausible motivation behind it was to speculate on and surveil the students' sexual maturity. And this week, the party's leadership returned to the podium to persist in its primitive political pandering.
You know, Dominic talked about the budget. All I heard in the budget was an admission that there's poverty in St. Lucia. But they said the poverty that exists in St. Lucia is, what they call it, period poverty. Well, I say, what we have in St. Lucia is poverty, period. So don't let the St. Lucia Labour Party fool you. When the United Workers' Party takes over, all poverty will be a thing of the past.
The rhetoric changed between Sunday and Wednesday, where the new criticism is that there are other priorities than period poverty, like food insecurity, as if both menstruation and appetite are not constant biological functions alike, both of which necessitate resourcing to preserve health and life.
I spoke briefly about period poverty. I wasn't the one who coined the phrase period poverty. It was the work of the St. Lucia Labour Party. First of all, Philip J. Pierre came in and he said, period products. You remember that? When he said he was removing the taxes. And now he came with period poverty. But I want to remind the St. Lucia Labour Party, it is not only period poverty we have in this country. We have education poverty. We have bread poverty. Yes. We have cooking gas poverty. People have to be begging to be able to buy a tank of gas. We have food poverty because people cannot get 3 square meals a day under this St. Lucia Labour Party.
Here, the term period poverty was incorrectly attributed to the St. Lucia Labour Party instead of the grassroots feminist organizations and workers from all corners of the world who conceptualized it. 2 female members of the party, Sarah Flood Bobra among them, danced in the background as Guy Joseph came to quote-unquote close the show. Though this was most likely done out of the spontaneity of the moment, this speaks volumes about the role of the UWP's women's arm with respect to the male-dominated party, not even in the least whispering in the background to convince the party's leadership to accept and promote the program. In all of this, what's most regrettable is the time and space afforded to the men at mahogany tables. Meanwhile, all the island schoolgirls, among them even future leaders of the UWP, are valued less than political footballs. For Choice News Now, I'm Sienna Dalso.